Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 188 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
Man, you know who's on the other end. You know who we be.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Better know who we be. Tune in every week.
Cheer.
Gotta come through repping this damn pod as casual nerds.
I should have worn my shit. We should all coordinate, wear our casual nerd shit one day.
Oh, man.
Tight.
That's probably what we should listen to our, or what we should call our listeners, the casual nerds. Because, because everybody that listens to us really likes some nerdy shit, but generally probably isn't like balls deep in nerdy shit. They're not really like
Rocco
deep in nerdy shit. They're not DFAT deep in nerdy shit.
What's that?
We're
That's
just
probably true for a majority.
Yeah, I'd have to say so. So whether you guys like it or not, you are now referred to as the casual nerds. All right. So pick up your hoodies, damn it. Yeah, off the cuff, right? Just naming our fucking fans right off the cuff.
I like it.
How y'all showing up, man? How y'all
Better
feeling?
Culture crew or whatever the fuck I was thinking before.
The culture crew. Casual nerds.
I like it, casual nerds.
Seem just work.
Yeah.
Seems to just work.
We all are. What's up, guys? How's your week going?
Ooh. I'll let y'all go.
Locks had a troubled weekend.
Yeah. It was.
Once again, we're recording on a Monday, so apologies to all of y'all listeners.
It's gonna be a little late. Late on some shit that we say by the time this airs might be a little dated by a few days, but you know what? It's all good. At least y'all, and I appreciate. Let me say that too, man. I appreciate the people that reach out to me whenever if we
late.
don't drop an episode. Last week we had some editing issues, so we dropped it a day late. And I got some either text messages or I got some DMs like, yo, what's up? Like, what's up with the pod? And I had to let them know, yo, don't worry, it's coming tomorrow. So I do want to let you know that I appreciate that. Love the enthusiasm. I do enjoy getting that because I know that you actually were looking forward to it and you actually care. So, always reach out to us. If you're a listener, if you don't follow us on IG or TikTok or, wherever you take in your social media, please do. And reach out in the DMs, man. We respond. We like to fuck around, throw us questions, whatever it is. But anyway, we appreciate y'all. So,
Word.
How was y'all week, y'all weekend? Y'all do anything cool?
Uneventful. Nothing crazy. Had Halloween last week. Trick-or-treaters. Nothing, no Halloween parties for me this year. Didn't do anything too crazy. Just passing out candy to all the little kiddies. Munching most of that candy up myself. Peanut M&Ms,
We have so many. We have so many
Absolutely.
we have so much candy at my place. It sucks.
I fuck with it.
No, I mean I fuck with it too, and that's what sucks about it. I fuck with it a little too hard.
It sucks because those little fun size pieces, they had like 4 M&Ms in a pack, and I'm like,
God.
this ain't shit.
Bro, they one of my favorite candies. It was because it was my dad's favorite candy. So you always growing up liking what your parents like and shit. 100 grand. Haven't had one in forever.
100 grand's on fire.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's one of my favorite candies. I haven't had one in so long. And we have a shit ton of like little fun size ones in the pack that we bought. I've been tearing those up. I've been doing the what the fuck was it? The Mega Warheads. That's why I did the little Mega Warhead challenge with Xander.
Yeah.
Had him try that shit for the first time. He ain't like it.
And he was not feeling that.
He is not feeling
at
that
all.
at all. So yeah. So I haven't been doing great with the no sugar thing.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's
I
tough.
imagine.
Yeah.
Not after the 31st.
No, it was yeah, it's bad.
I
How was yours,
definitely
Johnny?
did not have enough candy for the visitors that we get, which is kind of a two-parter, right? I know that I will absolutely just reserve some for myself.
100%. Yeah.
And the more that we have, the more I tend to reserve for myself. Like, it doesn't matter how much we have, it's always going to be like, 20% of the candy is mine.
Yeah.
Type thing.
That's fair.
And so it's probably a better thing that we didn't have a lot. My wife swears every time. She's like, "Oh my God, I spent so much money on candy." And I'm just like, candy's expensive, especially around Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you spent a lot, yes, but it's not really that much candy. And we were done maybe an hour and a half of handing out candy. I made it. And then I got to a point where I was like, all right, we're going to shut this down because there's going to be no candy for me.
He's starting to get into
That's
my
what I
stash.
did last year. Yeah. When I had my house and we had, we were in the little track neighborhood there, and I would grab like 10 Snickers, 10 peanut M&Ms, 10 Reese's cups, and all the good shit that I was feeling. And I'd put that shit aside.
Right.
Then shut that motherfucking light off once that shit was gone.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we had
other than
like
that,
really big. We had some really big ass bags, and I think we only got through. I don't know, because I had to work that day. So by the time we came back, there was still like 2 giant bags left and a bowl full. So I can't imagine too many kids came through, or we just bought way too much. But either way, now that shit is all just sitting in 2 big ass jars in the kitchen. So
nice.
Good times. When they're in the jar, I can say no, because there's always candies sitting in those jars. But when it was sitting out in the bowl and it was like easy to grab, that's where I was fucking up, man. I was fucking up.
Something about that bowl.
Fucking up
man.
real bad. Yeah, now that it's in the jars, I have no desire of opening that jar. So small things.
Yeah. The lid. The jar
that
lid.
lid is enough. It makes sense. I need to put mine in a lidded jar, and that Halloween bowl is way too easy to pick out of.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. So my weekend was kind of it was a roller coaster of emotions. Mainly fucked, but still a roller coaster of emotions. So we started the weekend off with a house full of people with a stomach bug.
Oof.
So that's how the weekend started. Xander threw up at school. We had to pick him up.
Oof.
My girl wasn't feeling great. Like the in-laws weren't feeling great. And that lasted about a day or so for a couple, like for Xander, for my girl. In-laws weren't feeling too great either way. So that led us into Sunday with a family party and stuff, like normal get together like we normally do. We're chilling.
Everyone's just starting to feel good.
Yeah, everybody's starting to feel good. The parents, they skipped the party because they still weren't feeling great. So it was just me and my girl, and my daughter wasn't there. My oldest daughter wasn't there. It was just the younger kids. We, for some reason, I've been, a couple times I tried doing a gram of the mushroom gummy, and I would
know where that was going. Like, gram.
I did
Graham
yeah.
That boog shit and all that.
Nah.
Sugar.
Nah. I will never fuck with that shit. I'm good. I'm too old for that shit. But I'll do some. I'll try this mushroom. I tried it and I tried a couple times where I just took 1 gram, and like I could feel it, but it wasn't enough to where I was like feeling it. And I was at home, just kind of relaxing. But I knew at least that 1 wasn't going to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like it just makes me feel mellow. It makes me just like a little just more attentive, alert, like whatever it is. So I eat 1 right before this party, right? And then while I'm there, again, it's not like, for those of you who know how it is, it's not like weed, right? Where you're high and like you're kind of spaced out. It didn't feel like that at all. Like I could hold the conversation. I could do the things that I normally do just fine. And it wasn't enough to impair anything as far as like what I do on my day-to-day kind of thing. But this was the first time that I tried the 1 gram around people in a well-lit area, like with a lot of shit going on. And I just found myself just like, I don't know, like I could feel it a little bit. It was more of just like my body was feeling relaxed. I'm like paying attention. I'm super alert to everything that's going on. It was at like just like at the brink of like, yo, these lights are kind of bright, and the ceiling fans like look like they're kind of fucking with me a little bit, like just a tiny bit, like not even like it's fucking with me, but it's more like that shit looks strange a little bit, like tiny bit. Okay. And then, so I'm just really there listening to everybody and just absorbing the whole shit, just chilling. Next thing you know, I hear somebody scream something. You all right, Dave?
Oh, yeah, no, there's a crazy head on this beer, so I'm sorry.
Pause. So, I don't know. I felt like that needed a pause. So, yeah, somebody screams out something. Couldn't really make out what it was. Next thing I hear is, the dog bit Xander. So, I'm like, what fucking dog are we talking about? So then my son comes in screaming. Dog. Yeah, my son just comes in screaming. He has a fucking hole in his arm. You could see the fucking fat in his arm sticking out.
Fatty tissue.
We freak out.
Deep. It did.
Yeah, we freak out and we just dip to the hospital. Like I just, a family member took my daughter, like whatever, and I'm just book it. So yeah, so my son was attacked by a dog and all that shit, and
you were
the little balls. Bit that no, it wasn't that much. So the second that shit started happening, I was stone cold sober, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I gotta go. So we got my son to the hospital. 7 stitches later, like 4 hours later, he was feeling loopy and just chilling. And now he's his normal self. He's not complaining about pain or anything, so that was cool. But it was a wild fucking 4.5 to 5 hours of just kind of panic and having to see my little guy with that fucking hole in his eye. It was crazy. So
I thought you were gonna hit us up like later that night, because you told us what had happened. You texted the chat as sort of as what was going on, and I was like, maybe he was just shrooming really hard and the kid didn't really get bit. He was just like imagining it, like it was just like a crazy trip. But no, it really did happen. That sucks. No, it
really did happen. And then today, this was all yesterday. Today I had to go to work because new job. It's all through temp and shit. So I don't get paid for days off. So I'm like, I gotta go to work. So I gotta work. We've been texting all day, like keeping an eye on it because it's a dog bite. So they have to, she had to go to another appointment. Blah blah blah. wouldn't you know, right? We're good. I get home from work. He's his usual self, bandaged up. He was even like, ha, Dad, I had 7 stitches. I'm 7 years old. Ha ha. What an analogy. And I'm just like, yeah, bud. Wouldn't you know? I'm like, damn, my stomach hurts.
Oh,
and
shit.
Yeah. And then I started going to the bathroom. I'm like, fuck, am I now starting? This is like the beginning of the stomach bug that started the weekend. So yeah, to be continued. Yeah. Now,
how you feeling right now?
Now after all that shit, I shit my brains out, and it remains to be seen, because this was literally an hour before showing up here that this started. So.
Ooh. So you probably got to go right now.
Yeah, I'm going to take a real quick break, bro.
Wait till I make my guac. Hold up, son. Just chill out for a little bit.
Yeah, just think about me the entire time that you make your guac.
Just think about guac and tacos.
Sounds delicious.
You got a problem, son. You got a problem.
Johnny, did you try this guy's guac when you went over there? Pause.
Nah, we went to In-N-Out.
Too.
I didn't make shit.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm allergic to avocados. I wasn't going to eat his shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck his shit up.
You're allergic to avocados? Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
We did. He has a sensitivity.
Okay. I have a sensitivity, too. That still hasn't stopped me from fucking eating this shit.
Facts.
That shit showed up.
Sit on the toilet all night.
Oh, well,
Actually,
I don't
my
have that kind of
sensitivity is
sensitivity.
not, with avocados, not gut related. It's my throat starts to itch up.
Yeah, that's a full on allergy. Yeah. Yep. That's a full on allergy. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm about to have shrimp tacos with guac tonight, so both y'all would be fucked up.
No, I'm good on all of that. All right, cool. So yeah, we got through the weekend. You want to do some questions?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Johnny, are you sticking around for it?
No.
Maybe if I can answer the first one. So I do need to step away, listeners, but I will return.
All right.
Sure. I mean, I left a little thing there for, just in case you wanted to edit it out, but we're good.
Question. All right, since Johnny's going to be dipping out momentarily and we have a very finite amount of time, Johnny, would you rather work on the receiving end of a glory hole or have to perform major surgery on a loved one without professional assistance?
Oh,
Oh, shit. Wow.
Going for the throat.
I think
Literally.
I'm gonna go with the surgery and consider that YouTube is not professional assistance.
It is the opposite of professional assistance.
So if I can follow a YouTube video while I perform major surgery on a loved one, I'm gonna cross my fingers. I can make this happen. I can pull it off. I think I'm capable enough.
So your wife is on the operating table and you're going to trust some schmuck on YouTube to say, this is how you do open heart surgery.
I mean, does it have to be open heart? Like in major surgery, it
okay,
could be...
it's appendix. She's having her appendix out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Still is dangerous.
You can't just take a dick in your mouth. You'd rather put your wife's life on the line. That's the gayest shit I ever heard, son. I'm sorry. I gotta.
It's gay to be not gay.
Yes. Yes, fellas. That's facts.
Fair.
I
get it.
If you really think about it, it's kind of gay because you're avoiding it because you might like it.
That's what I was thinking too.
On the off chance that you would like it.
So how long are you working this glory hole for, Dave?
I mean, it didn't really specify, but is there any amount of time that's like okay? You're like 20 minutes.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was like 5 seconds compared. Like if it was,
it's a
those
day.
are my
you got to
options.
put in an 8-hour shift.
If you lick a tip, then you don't have to perform this surgery, and an actual surgeon will.
No, it's not just a tick. Yeah, it's an 8-hour
Maybe I'll
shift.
maybe I'll stick my tongue out for.
You're
a
at a truck
fat
stop
hot
in
second,
Boise,
but
Idaho.
No, I'm not.
You stick your tongue out for what?
These truckers are ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. There's the people that are willing to stick their dick in a glory hole.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
don't
be
care.
the
They're not picky.
cleanest. No, I mean they're not picky, but they're also just not the cleanest.
But that's my
'Cause
answer.
we wouldn't tell.
I'll take it.
The glory
I'll take
hole,
it.
yeah, no, you can take that. You can take the glory hole.
See y'all later.
For me, yeah, no, I'm absolutely doing open heart surgery on who I don't know. Who do you need me to do open heart surgery on?
It's your significant other. That's what we're doing.
We didn't say a significant other. You said a loved one.
Okay, your mom.
My mom? Yeah. No, I think I can pull that off.
Oh, yeah? You think you
Yep.
can pull that off? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Appendix, open heart surgery, something. I don't know. I'm a little shaky, but I don't think that would affect anything.
Y'all are so afraid of a glory hole. You're about to put your loved ones' lives on the line. Well, let me tell you something. I'm also going to do the surgery because you just don't know with a fucking glory hole, bro. I don't know. It's a fucking smegma dick coming through.
Right. Yeah, I can't. No. There's just no way.
Now, what if your loved one passed away because you fucked the surgery up? You feeling bad?
I mean, of course I'm feeling bad.
You're the surgeon that killed them because you couldn't take a dick or two.
I feel terrible. The second that one of my, maybe the females in my family won't understand, but the second one of the males come up and they're like, why the fuck would you perform surgery on mom or, my daughter or whoever it is?
Right.
I'm going to say because it was either that or I had to work the working end of a glory hole. And I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I think they would understand.
Lock. Come on, dog. You wouldn't. What if it was what if you did pick the glory hole and it was just fat titties that were getting popped into the glory hole? And you just had to lick titties for 8 hours.
Of course.
Of
course I would take that, but it's not.
It's just obese dudes putting their titties in the glory hole.
See?
I'm still not going to be as pissed.
I'm not going to be as pissed as having a dick come through.
You're like, oh, what's coming through? What's coming through? Is it a dick? No, it's a titty.
Can you imagine though? You get put in a room. It's like a game show, and they present this to you, right? There's a whole audience and everything, and then the light shines through. Is just like on this side, you have this glory hole, but you don't know what's gonna come through it. Or it's, your mom on a table prepared for surgery. Jump right in. You still doing it?
Yeah, no, I'm going to do the surgery.
Yeah, no. Facts. Yeah.
You just never know. You just never know.
I'm hoping, Mom.
Truck stop.
I'm hoping, Mom, this isn't open heart surgery. I'm hoping it's something smaller where, it's not life-threatening.
Yeah.
Just in case.
It's still a major surgery. Maybe what was a C-section? Could you perform a C-section so you have a woman's life on the line and a child's life on the line, too? That's tough.
Rough.
That is rough. He's like, not my problem, though. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, no,
that child.
Yeah, I mean, worse have been done in
the 1800s.
The Amazon or some wild ass shit, you know what I mean?
The North Sentinelese people, they're birthing kids with no fucking medical facilities.
Yeah, they had no medical facility. They had no YouTube, no instructions, no nothing. They had nothing. They were just like, I'm just going to cut this thing out and pray for the best. I don't even know how I'm going to stitch this thing together. At least with this one, I mean, I used to work for Apple. I've gone through,
Done some MacBook repairs. I could probably
done some
cut a
done some
baby out
MacBook
of a
repairs
woman's-
step by step. Just been real delicate with it.
No service guide, huh?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I could probably, I have a higher chance of doing that.
That's facts.
But
All right.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm
I
not
can
servicing
respect
a
it.
glory hole.
I can respect it.
You're gonna have to, because that's the answer.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best you're getting.
best you getting, cut.
All right. You get a visit from your future self, or so they claim. It looks like you. They sound like you. Same tattoos. I mean, it's literally you, but you're still not sure. How do you find out if it really is you? Is there something you could ask them? Something that you know that only the real Wok would know, so that you know that they're not full of shit?
I mean, yeah, there are a number of things that I could ask. First one that came to mind was, who were you with that time when you were like 13 and you ran out of the back door of some girl's house as her mom was walking in the front? Like something specific like that. Because I can remember my boy, it was me and one of my boys at that time. And we were partying. I think we might have came from like some teen night or some shit. We ended up at some girl's house. Her mom shows up. We went into the back. You know how the sometimes in this house it was in the kitchen. We went out one door, goes down the stairs like into the basement, and then it has like that back door. And we can hear her mom come in, and she's talking to her mom. Yeah, blah blah blah, and she's putting shit away, like maybe some groceries or some shit, and we're just sitting there like, oh shit, like just like hiding. And then at one point we just opened the door, booked it, and just bounced. So,
Didn't get busted?
Nah, we didn't get busted.
You're about
I don't know if she got busted.
Was there mad chicks there, or was it just
We
the one
ain't
chick?
I mean, I believe it was the chick and her homegirl. I think it was a few girls or some shit. I can't really remember that. I just remember us like chilling, and that whole shit went down. So, and I know the homeboy that I was with at that time, because we used to go party at teen nights and shit back in those days. So that
Did you
would
ever
be
go to
one
the
question.
zoo? The zoo teen nights on was it Ridgeway? Or became Pineapple Jacks?
Yeah, I've been to the zoo. I remember me and my boys got it wasn't a teen night. It was later.
Oh, okay.
We got into a fight on the last day that it was
Damn.
the jungle or some shit. Or the last day it was the zoo, and like it turned into the jungle or some stupid shit. I don't know, whatever.
Not very creative.
No, it wasn't. But yeah.
Okay,
there's questions like that, and then there's like probably some like sexual shit, like who did you do this with or some shit, like some
Yeah.
wild
Sexual
ass.
question. Okay,
Yeah.
so then let's say you do, and this isn't part of the question, this is just me being curious. Let's say you do, they give you the right answer. You're totally, you get that it's you. You're not sure how, but you understand that this is me. Do you listen to whatever they say? Like if they have specific instructions for you, they're like, listen, this isn't going to make sense, but you need to do this, this, and this. Are you going down that list? Are you banging those out, following your future you that's telling you to do these things?
That's a good question.
Maybe
Knowing
even
me,
a better question than the original, but go ahead.
knowing me, I would question whether I can trust myself or not. in that
What? You
situation.
wouldn't even
Like,
believe, like you've ascertained that this is you, and you're going to
Is
be
that
like,
ac-
I don't know
is
if
that
I should
actually
listen
me?
to this motherfucker.
No. Afterward, if they knew, like I would still have some sort of hesitation to do it, because I would feel like what is it? Is that actually like me? Is that is that like some other entity that's pretending to be me and just knows all that shit? So I would hesitate, but chances are depending on the response and how he talks to me and shit, like I think I would know the familiarity of myself, and I think it would really come down to that, and I would probably start doing exactly what he tells me to do.
Yeah, I'm listening. Like if I've found out, if I've realized that it is actually me, he's answered all my questions, and he's like, "Yo, Dave, you need to do this, this, and that." Would you ask him? Like, would you be curious about like what the fuck he's been doing? How did he get back here?
No,
like,
I don't think I would. If he looked more like, if he wasn't older, like much older, maybe I'd have a couple questions. But if he was like,
I didn't think about age.
If he was an older me, then I would take some solace in knowing, like, damn, I made it to that point.
Would you be more likely to like listen to him and follow him if he was like, let's say it was Wok, but he's like 60, like he's aged and he's living. So like, he's been doing his thing, but he's answered all your questions. He's got your tattoos. Like it's clearly you. Does that make you more or less likely to listen?
Nah, I would listen to him.
Yeah, old Wok. That'd be wild.
That'd be crazy, right? Just walk up to yourself, and there's like different tones, right? Like if he comes up to you, be like, "Yo, like it's me, it's me, I'm you, and I really need you to listen to me right now."
Yeah.
All right. What are these questions?
All right.
This is the answer. This is the answer, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's legit. Like the way that I would respond, I just know myself. I think that's a big determining factor.
What if like you were about to hit him up with the questions and then he's like, "Oh no, he answers all the questions that you have," like before you even asked them, because he knew, because he was you.
Yeah.
He's been there before.
Instantly, I'd be like, "Bro, how many fucking times have you done this?" And I did not listen to you. So many fucking times, bro. Okay, I'm gonna fucking listen to you right now.
If I saw a future Dave come at me,
yeah,
I would ask him about different scars on my body and how I got them. I have a scar on my wrist that I got from fake wrestling with friends. I went through a glass window, like trying to catch myself.
Now our listeners know that shit. So.
And now they could pretend that they're me in the future. Yeah, when they come through. But there would be more than that. But I have a decent amount of scars. Sure, I have a decent amount of scars where I would know. And obviously, like you said, there's intimate sexual questions that you could ask yourself if you wanted to go down that route.
Yeah, who's that chick that gave you chlamydia? Oh, fuck that.
I would say, that fucking Asian chick from Hot or Not. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd be like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You are Dave. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Why are you here? Like, what do I need to do?"
Who was my favorite porn star when I first started watching porn?
He'd be like, "Yo, Angela White." I'd be like, "Dog, you crazy."
Like, my ninja.
Facts. I would just want to kick it with myself, just ask him mad questions and shit, just chill out for a little bit. But yeah, if he had like some specific instructions, I would bang him out. I'd be like, "No questions asked. Let's do this. You wouldn't be here, fucking wasting your time and mine if it wasn't serious and legit." That's good. Man, I wish Johnny was here to answer these. This fucking asshole. He probably has some wild answer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You'd be like, "Well, I'd have to question him. I'd have to say, what was that time?"
Even if he knew the answer, he still could be full of shit. Like, what if he got him
full of shit
somewhere else? All right. So we'll move on to the next question. What is a scam that is so normalized these days that people don't even realize it's actually a scam?
Credit cards.
Ooh, like APRs and shit. Like,
yep.
You think that you're just fucking living, spending free money, and then they break you off with high ass fucking
it's
interest rates.
It's the concept of numbers. It's a number system, right? So we went from a point in time where I had a physical thing that had value. That physical thing, I would hand you that physical thing, and you would hand me back the remainder of the cash that, you know, that was owed to me. Currency, correct. Yes. So then that switched to digital currency, where it's just a number, right? So now when you swipe your credit card, you're paying $5.99 for something, but a percentage goes to the credit card company or to the bank or whatever. That also gets taxed, you know. So you just paid a percentage to be able to use that card to this company, and so on and so forth. Every single time you swipe that, you're paying a percentage, but then also you're charged a percentage every year for using said card. You're just in this endless loop of paying them money to use your own money, because now you have a middleman that is, which is the credit card company. I mean, even like debit cards and shit, like a debit card, like with the bank, they fucking get you with the what's that shit called? The
overdraft?
Overdrafts.
Yeah.
And shit like that. They fuck you over with that. They, you know, they go, oh, well, you know, we saw that this came out, so it adjusted everything to make sure it paid for this. And then now you, instead of overdrafting on the one thing, you overdrafted on multiple things because it shifted it. And each time you were charged X, like, it's just the biggest fucking scam.
It's like banks, just like bank fees, bro. Like banks are a big fucking scam, even though they kind of save our money and shit.
Yeah. But now it's normalized. Now it's normalized. It's something that everyone does. We have to play the credit game and all of that shit. And all of that is just a big fucking scam. And and it's, you know, they're just trying to see how much they can get from every single person. Also, the biggest reason why banks are a scam, at any fucking point, you have, let's say you have, you know, $1 million in this bank account. At any point, if you decide, I want all of my money out of there, they would probably tell you, well, we don't have that because you put your money in there. And then that shit got dispersed.
Yeah.
And they now have it. They do whatever they do with it. And if you want to take it out, they didn't count on you wanting to take that out. So
not my fucking problem. Give me my paper.
But we don't have that. Real. Right. I'm just saying that whole system is just, if you really look into it, all of that shit is a fucking scam. And even if you do realize it and all that shit, there's really, now it's so ingrained in society that everyone just falls right into it.
Nick, my answer was going to be insurance.
That is
like
also, yeah.
Insurance is a big fucking scam. As far as, like, you know, we're paying monthly premiums. They're not covering shit after we've been paying all our premiums. They're fucking you over. And I still agree with that. But listening to you talk, taxes in general, and this is something that I've seen before, where it's like you have a yearly salary, you know, a yearly amount of money that you make that we have to pay taxes on every year. We're paying taxes on the money that we're making. And then we're going out and we're spending that money and also being taxed.
Correct.
On the money that we were spending that we were already fucking taxed on, bro. Like,
correct.
And then the taxes, like, you got your state tax, you got your fucking government, you know, your federal tax. And it's just like, how many times are they going to tax our own fucking money? That we're making, dude. And like, I didn't even think of that until you started talking about taxes and shit. But you know, what are we gonna do? It's so normalized that you have to pay the fucking tax, or the IRS is gonna come after your ass. Like, you don't have a choice.
You could pay off your house and not owe a single fucking dime, but you know what you have to pay it at the end of the year?
Property taxes.
Property taxes. You have to pay it all.
Fucking Boston Tea Party had the right idea, bro.
Right.
Throw all that motherfucking tea. No taxation without representation.
Yeah, if you really think about it, government in general, that shit is all, but it's way higher than than our pay grade, and all of that shit is created with a very specific purpose in mind, bro.
And now that I think about it, streaming services.
Oh, yeah.
Streaming services are a fucking scam. And granted, we have them all. We're paying for them. Yeah. The idea was, fuck these cable companies. They're scumbags. Stream what you want to stream. And that's great. You can stream what you want to stream. Mm-hmm. But you have to do each individual one, or else you're missing out on the shit that you want to watch.
Yep.
And so what do? You have 8 fucking streaming services that add up to $500 a month, and you're paying triple what your fucking cable company would have been charging you. Now I'm just pissed. Now I got myself pissed off. Now I'm upset.
College is another fucking fucking scam.
Student loans.
Student loans. People, they just, bro. As someone who, I mean, I have gone to college, tried it out a couple times, didn't really work out for me. You know how easy it is for someone who is in college to take out a loan?
Yes, I have.
Regardless of their credit history, regardless of anything.
Yep.
They hand you fucking money. And college loans, if you claim bankruptcy, you are not exempt from college loans. You still got to pay that shit. That shit is not. And a lot of fucking people go to college. They pay their tuitions. They're currently paying their fucking tuitions, right? And end up with a degree that has nothing to do with the thing that they fucking do, that they do in life.
Right, as their occupation.
In general, as their occupation.
Right.
It's and it's ingrained in everyone's mind. Oh, you got to go to college. You got to go to college. No, the fuck you don't. No. I am the number one. School. I will tell my kids, I support what it is that you want to do. If you know for a fact what it is that you want to do, because obviously, like, you have to go to college in order to be a doctor. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to,
be a
lawyer, if you want to go to NASA, like things like that,
yeah.
Anything like that, you have to go to college. But they're banking on the people that have no fucking clue, and they spend years in college on fucking liberal arts, fucking business, business majors that end up doing none of that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking art majors and
art history.
A bunch of fucking bullshit where people are now you're in debt for Lord knows how long. Right. Because the interest rates are on those things are so fucking crazy that you've been paying for 10 years and that shit has barely made a fucking dent on your fucking loans.
And there are people like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so that is a business. It is a business that is just keeping you in the fucking in the hamster wheel, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah. That's another one. But we could go all day on
I was going to say, there's a lot of, like, the more I think about it, there's so many things that are normalized. And I don't know, maybe we'll have to get Johnny's 2 cents when he pops back. But yeah, that was it for the questions. I had to break Johnny off with the glory hole one before he left, though. Usually I saved those wild ones for last, but he wasn't getting off that easy.
I mean, someone is if you pick that glory hole.
Those truckers.
All right, you want to give an update to the to the fantasy football, because it's been a few weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So currently there is a game going on right now. Mm-hmm. So these scores could fluctuate a little bit. It looks like I might actually beat Johnny. So I've been on a tremendous downslide. Like the first 4 games of this, I think I went 4-0. Just bang, bang. And now I have lost 4 in a row. And I'm on the verge of losing 5 in a row right now. I'm playing Johnny, the old Kanye, who currently sits in first. He's been having a nice
he's been sitting
year.
there. He's been sitting there for a good minute.
It's that Johnny luck, bro. I don't know. Anything that man touches or does, I feel like he just has the good luck. He's got the good touch. Currently, I'm up 94.9 to 87.8 on Johnny. We both got guys playing currently, so I'm probably going to lose that. Let's assume I go 4-5, which would probably bump me down to 6th place. Locke, you fucked up 2 Affinity and Bijan. You're in 4th place, dog. You're killing it right now. 5-3. Got a 108 to 82 victory there. So I mean, you guys are done. No one else is playing in your matchup. My sister Liz, she is beating up on the Pittsburgh Feelers. I believe that's Keefmaster. Keefmaster is Pittsburgh Feelers.
Yep.
Good for you, Liz. I told her that I would buy her the Casual Nerds hoodie that you're wearing if she were to win the league. I don't see that happening, but hey, there's still there's a decent amount of time left in the season, and she's currently sitting in 8th. No, she's not doing great right now, but this is this is going to be her third victory of the season.
But it's also a good opportunity for her to become a casual nerd.
It is.
She was a casual nerd early on, but you gave too many wild stories. She kind of fell off.
She's nerdy in her own way, not in a comic book sense, but trust me, she
fell off when we started talking too many sex stories.
Yeah, and I can't blame her. I can't blame her at all. What else we got? We got JJ's Knights, who's currently in 3rd. Lost to my brother Danny. Danny's been stepping his shit up too.
He's been killing it.
Yeah, 113 to 83 for JJ's Knights. Danny's in second place currently.
6-2.
Man, that's the thing, bro. I know this is your first sort of delving into the fantasy world, and there's as you're seeing, there's no rhyme or reason for anything that happens. Like I said, I started 4-0. I thought, oh man, I'm gonna cruise to a championship in this fucking league, and then literally can't buy a fucking win for the past month. Like I barely even check it. Wild. Like I set my lineup, I do my due diligence. I drop players, I add players. Like I'm still going hard. Whatever I do is the wrong thing. And sometimes you will have seasons like that. You'll have stretches like that where you just can't do a goddamn thing. And that's not even in this league. I'm in 3 leagues right now, and I feel like I have not won a game in the last month, at least. So for all of you that are out there winning in your fantasy leagues, cherish every fucking point, every victory, bro, because you never know when it's going to be fucking snatched away from you. Last game that we have currently going on right now is the Lizzo defense versus Dirty D's Jungle of Love. And Leo, the Lizzo defense is gonna pull that victory out there.
Is he?
104, yeah, because Dirty D's Jungle of Love doesn't have any more players. That's Donald. He's got no more people going, and he's got 89 points. The Lizzo defense has 104. 0.2, so they're definitely going to win. So he's pulling out that W, they're pulling out that dub. It's just been such a weird fucking fantasy year, dude. And I've won one single fucking league in my life, and I've been playing fantasy football since probably 2005, 2006. And at least 2 leagues a season. So these W's do not come easy. So cherish them, folks. Cherish them, because Blazer Ramon Alpha Male is not doing good. He's struggling right now. He is struggling.
Oh man, me and JJ Knights are tied, but she's beating me by 4 points. So,
and you put up, you're about 25 points over her right now.
nice.
So if that finishes, you should jump ahead of her. Just because if you're tied, I think they go by points. So you'll have the better position if you're higher up on points. But yeah, I need to pull out this win versus Johnny. Just A, because it's Johnny, and B, because I've been fucking up, dude. Like this is, I can't win. Like it would look bad because I feel like in this league I had like the first pick, which when you create a league, Yahoo randomizes the draft order. But I couldn't, and I ended up getting the first pick. And then my team shits the bed. I can't win this league because then it would look shady as fuck, bro. Like, dude had first pick and then he wins the league after all these shitty weeks. So
Sure.
I have to do decent. I can't do too well, but man, I would love to pick up this W versus Johnny, but I don't think it's in the cards.
You ain't doing it with that attitude.
No. I mean, no attitude. I've had a positive attitude all year. Herbert, his quarterback, and that fucking Jets receiver. Yeah, I gotta hope the just everyone shits the bed in this game that's currently going on and just end it just like this. I'm projected to beat him by 3, but as you know, those projections don't mean fuck all. So it's not even worth paying too much attention to them. But yeah, sorry we haven't had an update in a while, guys. We've been sort of doing our pod thing, and by the time we wrap up the episode, like it's midnight on the East Coast and we're just ready to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, it's mainly, I mean, it's a lot of that, but also we're like rushing in here, getting things started, trying to put together a show. And honestly, by the end of it, like for the past couple of weeks, maybe the past 3 weeks, as soon as we finish recording, we're like, yo, are we not going to do the update on the fantasy?
We're like, nah, we're good.
Like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, shit. Completely forgot. But fuck it now.
Yeah. Fuck it now is right. And plus, I mean, I was getting fucking shelled every week, so I wasn't too excited to be talking about fantasy every week.
Yeah, it was actually Danny that was like, yo, you're not going to do
now
that I start winning?
He wants us to be talking about it. My brother Danny. You worry about your tattoos, dog. You leave fantasy football to us.
Hating
shit.
That's hate. That's a lot of hate.
Hate. I hate you. I hate you.
I hate that my gums are black. Back of Whoopi Goldberg's neck. Ooh.
It was Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg's lips.
Word.
I love that movie.
That's the Insensitive Culture Fantasy League in a nutshell, folks.
This is me in a nutshell.
How did I get into this nutshell?
If you understand that reference.
You're old.
Yeah, you're old as fuck.
Talk to your physician. Get your colon checked. Yeah.
How's your back feeling?
It's hurting.
Yeah, mine is always hurting. All right, cool. So let's do... I have a quick news clip before Johnny joins us and leads the way into some more news clips. But I thought this was very interesting. According to CNN, older adults who don't smoke tobacco but do use marijuana were a higher risk of both heart attack and stroke when hospitalized. While people who use marijuana daily were 34% more likely to develop heart failure, according to 2 new non-published studies presented Monday at the American Heart Association.
Why are they not published? Is this a crock of shit?
So, for forever, right? That it's been a thing that nothing is tied to marijuana. It makes me think, why is this suddenly now a thing where they're trying to demonize marijuana, yet you are freely smoking on fucking that vape right there. That is probably most definitely fucking up your lungs
100%.
and causing heart failure at some point in your life.
It's the big one. I feel it.
Yeah, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
If you understand that reference too.
Oh, then you know. You need
Oh,
to
yeah.
fucking... Yeah, you fucked.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy because now that it's becoming more mainstream, right? It was very mainstream in the West Coast, Colorado. It started like spreading, but now we're seeing marijuana become legal, you know, across the board to a certain degree in one way or another. So now that it's becoming a very big staple, even though we've been doing it our entire lives, now it's being targeted.
Yeah. Why?
I read something and I didn't I didn't check up on it, but it wouldn't surprise me, right? It was saying it was a commenter on there that was like, surprised this information came from, you know, the biggest tobacco companies or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones to do this study.
And they specified, like, because when you read when you sort of read that headline, it was like people that don't smoke tobacco and only smoke cannabis. What about the people that smoke tobacco and cannabis? Like, they have less heart attacks and less heart disease? Like, is it better to smoke tobacco? That's it was a weird way that the article was phrased.
Weird way, right?
And I saw the article on Apple News. Like, I get bored at work sometimes, and I just start going through, you know, different news articles. So, I saw that, and obviously anything cannabis related, I'll read. It seemed odd to me that now these two unpublished studies are like, yeah, it's, you know, it's not good if you're smoking marijuana. Like,
sure.
And I'm not a doctor by any means. I'd like to. If we could have a physician, I wish we were like Rogan, where we could have like real people who know what the fuck they're talking about on to discuss shit, which Rogan doesn't always have actual people that know what the fuck they're talking about on. But I wish I had a physician that could sort of break this down for me, you know, because if
at least
I
he has the ability to
facts,
have people who may know more than we do, for sure.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm trying to.
Why? Because I'll go back to smoking cigarettes if that'll lower my risk of heart disease, I guess.
So first of all, these people don't really fucking know shit, right? These studies says 2020 study found that a number of American seniors over 65 who now smoke marijuana or use edibles increased twofold between 2015 and 2018. A 2023 study found past month binge drinking and marijuana use amongst over 65 crowd. Nearly 3 of every 10 users develop a dependency on weed. So it's not even talking about that. It's talking about.
Sounds like it's mostly older folks.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, older folks can have a heart attack at any fucking time, whether they smoke
Absolutely.
or not. So I feel like that's a very skewed study with a misleading title on it. Your average, adult 25 to 55, can probably just smoke herb and be okay, or eat some edibles. And like, is this just for smoking? Like, what if you just eat edibles and consume it, orally?
So
there's a lot of unanswered questions, I feel like.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? What is true, regardless of what they're trying to say, they're trying to spin this information into something that is very obviously targeted to making people look at marijuana use in a specific way, right? Mm-hmm. But The thing that we absolutely know for sure is that you're not supposed to be inhaling anything other than oxygen in your, taking in oxygen in your body.
Facts.
If you're burning something and you are inhaling this thing, it's probably not great for your body, like at all.
No.
That includes marijuana,
Absolutely.
However, with tobacco use and everything, there's the additives, the tar, the fucking, everything, all the other chemicals that are added to it that greatly increase the chances of you developing lung cancer and like all of these things. So is marijuana doing some sort of harm to your body?
Yeah.
Sure. Right? Because you are not supposed to be setting anything on fire and inhaling the smoke.
Yeah, it's a foreign substance in your lungs. Absolutely.
Right, it's a foreign substance in your lungs. Now, do I believe that eating an edible is going to increase your your chances of heart failure? No.
I mean, maybe if they're sugary edibles.
That's what I was thinking.
A lot of sugar now, now we're having a different conversation. This isn't the THC or the cannabis. No, this is the other ingredients. So, by default, I could see that. But
sure,
yeah,
we're not taking and obviously we're not taking into account what are the other things that that this person consumes in a day. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
What are these people's diets?
Lifestyle? Are they drinking?
What are their fucking diets?
Vodka and crayons a day, or what the fuck?
Sure. Are they eating fucking?
I think
bullshit ass food every fucking day. No, they're worrying about the weed.
These medical studies, I feel like just sort of going back to our scam question from earlier. I feel like a lot of these can be a scam. They're presenting specific information in a way that, whoever's preparing them wants you to receive this information. And we say, oh, this was in a medical journal. It must be 100% fact, or, not to discredit medical journals and that sort of thing. But the fact that, there are people out there who will live and die by these studies. And, we just don't know all the specifics of how they were done, how they were calculated. Like you said, what else were these people doing? Did they have a fucking heroin addiction when they were in their 20s? There's a lot of factors that I think are unaccounted for in a lot of these.
To just sit there and blame it on marijuana that it's an increased risk of heart failure. How do you get to that result? How long were you taking this study for? You know what I mean?
Yes. Maybe they were getting high, but also when they had the munchies, they would go get a fucking Big Mac. And now they're crushing a Big Mac, 3 times a week because they're high. Is it the cannabis, or is it what the cannabis is causing you to do after, munchie wise or something, something along. But I'm just that's just one of the factors that I feel like go unaccounted for in a lot of these wacko studies.
Right, but it looks great on on a headline to say this is the main no, fuck out of here.
Got my click.
And not only that, I mean they're how are they taking it in? Are they rolling? Is this a bong hit where it's just the plant?
Are they vaporizing it? So
what are they?
No combustion, no actual smoke.
What are they? If they're rolling it up, what are they rolling it in? We used to do Dutches and Phillies, and that shit was not good because you are
smoking blunts. You're smoking tobacco.
You're smoking tobacco still.
Yeah,
it was a mixture of the two. So
that's facts,
and that's not good for you. That tobacco. So. I don't know. There's way too many factors, and the fact that the legalization of marijuana in a lot of these states now, it's making it very popular for them to try to now demonize it. For all of these years, I mean, they obviously demonized it because it was an illegal drug. But marijuana has always been known as that drug that's just like, we don't even know why the fuck it's illegal.
Right.
But you know, it is what it is. These articles are going to come out.
The history of why it was illegal is like, you know, back in the reefer madness days, basically the government made it illegal in a racist sort of way because you had blacks, Hispanics using this in jazz clubs and wherever. And, you know, they used whatever they could. They changed the laws to say, oh, yeah, this is illegal because of who was using it. You had the paper industry, or like, you know, the wood industry, scared of hemp because hemp is just so much better in every way than wood when it comes to fabric and rope and making paper.
Sure.
And, you know, that industry was being hurt. So there was a lot of reasons why the marijuana industry was demonized. And that just kept going. And it's still to this day because of all those laws, the racist laws and shit. So like that whole history is just fucked. But yeah, there's, you know, take everything with a grain of salt like we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't I look at these headlines and wonder like why, like what is the purpose of this headline? Like this, why even make this study? You know?
Yeah.
Couldn't be a study back in the day. Probably there are many studies. But really when it comes down to it, what are the facts? People just don't die randomly from smoking marijuana.
No.
There's
Never
always
an
other factors
overdose,
that
nothing. Yeah, there's always something else going on there.
I've
Absolutely.
I've smoked so much fucking weed in one sitting and sure as hell never overdosed. I got high as fuck to the point where I was like, yeah, well, I gotta stop.
Gotta go to sleep. That's the worst that happens. You take a nice little weed nap.
Yeah, facts. Nah, I had to stop smoking weed though.
Nah, good.
Yeah, just couldn't.
Good on all that
just couldn't
bullshit. Miss
function.
me with that bullshit.
I couldn't function on the shit, so that's the only reason why I stopped. Other than that, yeah, I mean, do your thing.
Yeah, facts.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
But they don't want you to. They don't want you to enjoy your weed legally.
That's
you know,
big tobacco, big alcohol. They don't want no part of it. They're shook because they know
Right.
that it's better in every way.
Yeah, no, alcohol kills how many people a year? Drunk driving.
Hundreds of thousands, I'm sure. I mean, around the world, more so. But
More
just
so,
in
right?
America, it's got to be.
Shit ton of people. And you can go to your local gas station and buy it. Apparently not in New Jersey.
24/7. Yeah. So you have your dry counties here and there, but yeah, you can, if you want it, you can get it very, very easily.
Yeah, for sure. You could buy cigarettes any fucking where. Right? Those are
Walgreens.
Yep.
And
those are
at the
proven
place where you're supposed to get medicine.
proven to kill you.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
Yeah. Ask Lucille Ball.
Aw.
I know. Moment of silence for Lucille Ball.
It's facts.
Oh, man. I thought this was at least interesting to bring up, right? So, there was an article I read that there is a Colombian rum company called Dictador, and it appointed a new AI robot called Mika as the company CEO. So we've gotten to a point now where people are allowing AI to run the company.
Damn.
That shit is crazy. Apparently so.
What are its? Does it have like its daily tasks? What is it? What does it actually do? Do we know?
pretty much, I mean, there's not a whole lot of information that I was able to come up with. It's just very interesting at the fact that they even did this to begin with. But it says Mika is a research project between Hanson Robotics and Polish rum company Dictador, who customized. I thought it said a Colombian. Yeah, Colombian rum company, and now it's saying Polish. Who customized the CEO to represent the company and its unique values. In a Dictador company video, Mika said that with advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, I can swiftly and accurately make data driven. So what do you think about that? What do you think? You think that AI can properly take in information and drive a company in a certain direction that's going to make it profitable?
I think AI is an excellent resource that can be used along with, an actual human running a company. Like, it's a tool. I look at it as a tool to help us. I
agree.
Wouldn't say, let's put it in the driver's seat. What the AI says, goes, like, that's what we're going to do. That's wild. Maybe, in 50 years from now, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like AI is a good tool, a good resource, for trends, things like that, your average user or CEO or, head of a company might not know. It could give you different ideas. It could help you, change your perspective. I feel like, it's good in tandem along with humans still. I don't think AI is at a point yet where we can just sort of put it in the driver's seat and say, okay, do your thing.
100%.
Oh, shit. I feel like,
You all right?
I feel like that's good, because I saw a story recently where there was a school that had what they called an AI principal, and it was it was an AI program that was used along with the actual principal. It wasn't the full-on principal of this private school, but it was used sort of as a tool for I don't even know what the fucking AI vice principal would do, but like it makes sense that it's not just, running the school. Like, maybe you run scenarios by it and it tells you, different numbers, things. I don't know, but AI is
really
not at a point yet where it's just like, go do your thing, but it's a resource. And I feel like we would be stupid not to, look at it and see what it has to offer. You can't.
There are things. Yeah, you're right. There are things that humans offer, right? There's in the moment split decisions that need to be made, right? That oftentimes don't necessarily make the most sense with the data given, because you really don't know all of the information. And you kind of try to make your best decision off of that. So like, I agree with you, even when it comes to like a lot of the music-based stuff, the art-based AI stuff. It can make a lot of things easy, but it's a much better tool in order to, increase the creativity, the productivity, things of that sort. But there's always got to be someone that is controlling that, especially in these cases where it's like a CEO of a company or a principal. There needs to be a guiding force. It's insanity, and they're taking the AI term way too seriously. Right? This is just algorithms that scan the internet for certain things. It's not AI the way, like, it's not actual artificial intelligence. It's just saying like, hey, this thing that you're asking me for, I found all of these references on the internet that more than likely has to do with that. and I'm going to present this to you in a way that would make sense. And it's not actual artificial intelligence. Like,
Right.
This is just, it's a misconception on the thought of true artificial intelligence. It's a bad representation of what this actually is, instead of giving it a new name or something else that we can possibly just like associate it with more as a tool. They gave it the AI name, and now everyone is running rampant with that shit and like really taking it to heart. I think what this version of AI needs to do is they need to give it a more accurate name that represents what it actually does, so that people don't do what they're fucking doing right now, because they're thinking like, oh, this thing is going to lead us in the right direction because it knows everything. So like, no, the fuck it doesn't. The shit is gonna get hung up. You're gonna fucking end up losing your fucking company.
Just to clarify, my AI principal, this was a school in the UK. It was a British school that employed an AI robot as principal head teacher for enhanced decision making. So it essentially
sounds like he works at a glory hole.
It's just like a principal using Chat GPT is what it sounds like is going on. What was that about a British glory hole?
No, you said it was a head principal or some shit. I said, sounds like it. This is an AI that works at a glory hole.
Yes, lots of head.
Not lots of it. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that now people are allowing these, AI to
they're getting more comfortable.
to run their
they're getting
companies.
More familiar, for sure.
Yeah.
They're trying to jump
just
to
doing
the
these
forefront.
wild ass things. Like
Yeah,
I'm in agreement that I think that we should embrace what this version of AI is and use it more as a tool. But these people that just kind of set it and forget it, like, like this is gonna lead us to something better.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's not what it's for. That's not what it's for.
We're a long way off from that. That could be true one day, but I don't think we're there. Yeah.
No.
Not
Far
even
from
close.
Yeah.
Can't even have AI art with good fingers these days. So I don't know what the fuck they expect from these fucking applications.
I think that they've gotten better.
And this is over
we don't have access
year.
to like the the Mid-Journey tools and stuff like that are solid and very cool. We've employed them in a lot of our stuff. Mm-hmm. However, the services that you pay more for, like if you're paying OpenAI for ChatGPT 4 and you get access to DALL-E 4, DALL-E 4 is way better than Mid-Journey. Like a lot of those AI created images that we've seen recently with like the like the Disney characters with the bling and all that shit. That's all DALL-E. Like you can't do that in Mid-Journey. Mid-Journey, I don't think would come up with something that dope.
Created? Because some of that
a lot of those are
tight.
DALL-E. Any of the ones that have words, like real like graphic text and words and shit, that's all coming out of DALL-E because Mid-Journey can't. At least
it doesn't. Yeah.
Any experience that I've done in Mid-Journey, and I've tried to get it to just put any type of text on a thing, it'll write what it thinks are letters, but they're not even sometimes actual letters.
No, it's horrible.
And
it's not.
Yeah, it does a really bad job on that. But I've seen some stuff with DALL-E 4. I think it's DALL-E 3 or DALL-E 4, where like I seen a dude like straight up create an Angry Birds clone game, 100% top to bottom, including the title card, graphics, everything, like the entire game, and of course all the coding to make the game operational.
That's wild.
He was like, I made an entire game completely out of AI. I'll show you how to do it. Took a lot of work. Wasn't easy. but I wrote 0 lines of code in this game, and it works.
Wait, was
so
that
anyways,
Flappy Bird, or was that Angry Birds?
It
No,
wasn't.
Angry
It
Birds.
was an Angry Birds.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw something similar with
ripoff
Flappy Bird.
that they did for Halloween.
Nice.
I still wish I would have created Flappy Bird. That fucking loser that
Don't we all?
created it. It blew up, and he just
He shut it down
Quit.
because it was making too much money. $10,000 a
Yeah.
day he was making.
yeah, it's making too much money. Let me
I
shut
hate
this
when I
down.
make too much paper at once, guys. That's the worst. There's nothing.
No, it is.
There's nothing worse than becoming too
making 10K
wealthy.
a day.
Yeah,
Can't stand it. Hate it.
disgusting.
I hate it so much that since the universe likes to throw shit that I hate at me all the time, I mean, it should really throw that problem at me. And I
You
would
saw
really
y'all saw
enjoy that.
Elon introduced his AI this week?
Yeah,
No,
that
he
is a
has
stupid
AI?
name. What was it called? Grok?
Grok. Yeah.
Fuck Grok.
I did not hear
Has
about
he-
that. But
has he,
yeah,
like,
that
displayed
name
it?
sounds
Like,
super.
what's so special
He is the
about it?
worst. He is the worst at naming shit. Like Tesla was cool.
Tesla is
SpaceX,
cool.
I
Tesla's
guess.
a very cool name.
SpaceX
Well, Tesla was
is
not his name.
in the line.
yeah,
Pretty
that's
sure the
not his
company was
name.
already named
Nikola
Tesla when he
Tesla.
bought into it.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
SpaceX
See?
is
So
just
then that
another
tracks.
spin on his infatuation with the letter X.
Yep, that's what I mean.
and,
Like that's
stupid as shit.
Right on the
I still
line.
call it Twitter.
Grok,
Never
however,
forget.
has meaning. Now, whether you think it's a good name or not is on you. It's from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a nerdy thing, as a lot of his stuff is. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They talk about Martians, I believe, and the word grok is like a Martian word to mean something along the lines of like understanding things to the point of not needing it to be explained.
so
and
he
he
still
said that the
didn't come up
idea
with it
of-
himself.
Right. Yeah. Still no original idea there.
No, no original
Cool.
idea. He's even said that the intent of this AI is to be like the computer in Hitchhiker's Guide, where you just talk to it however you want, and it gives you a witty response. That was kind of the big thing about his about the Grok AI is that you can. I think the examples that they gave was. That it showed because he said you can ask it spicier questions than you can ask other AIs,
Spicier question.
and so it provided I think 3 or 4 different recipes on making cocaine,
I did
and
see
then at
something
the
about
end
that.
it says just kidding, and that's the spiciness of.
So what do I do
Grok.
with all that fake cocaine I made?
It's dumb. It's typical Elon. But there is one maybe potential advantage to the system, to the Grok, is that it will use X or Twitter or whatever, all the data from Twitter as part of its building its language models and stuff like that. So
Oh, cool. It'll be homophobic and racist.
yeah, that's what I kind of
Awesome.
that's
That's
what I was
what we
thinking.
need.
It was gonna be
What
the
is- of all the places
anti-woke.
to pull your shit from.
AI.
Yeah. Lots of RFK support.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson. Grok. Yeah, no
I
thanks.
actually, because you brought him up, I actually saw a clip. I guess Tucker Carlson was on Theo Von's podcast, and the clip that I saw, he actually made sense.
Shut the
He
fuck
actually
up.
made sense. Yeah, he actually made sense, and I was like, okay, I don't hate what he just said right there. But it was obviously because it's a Theo Von shit, and he was just tying into like talking regular shit. It had nothing to do with
What
politics.
the fuck did Tucker Carlson say? That you
I'll have to
agree
look it up. I'll say. I mean, I didn't say that I agreed with it. I just didn't listen to it and think, fuck, he said some really asshole dipshit thing that he normally says. I was like, oh,
So
well,
yeah, he set the bar.
I actually
really
didn't hate what he just said.
low. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
he has a very low bar. but he was on Theo Vaughn, so it wasn't insightful. It had nothing to do with anything. I think it was pretty much just because it had nothing to do with politics. I think he was talking about like cocaine or some shit.
Sounds
So,
dope.
I was
I'm
like,
in.
all right, yeah, like whatever. All right. Do you have anything in news that you absolutely have to bring up right now?
Absolutely have to bring up
I mean,
right now.
is there anything
I mean, something that you would want to
like
discuss.
He made
Yeah,
that
you would like.
So, well, there's a couple of things that we could bring up.
Sure.
One is, did we mention this? No, didn't mention this. So what we did mention, we're recording on Monday, so tomorrow's Tuesday. Tuesday is the election day in America. So by the time y'all hear this, hopefully y'all voted, and hopefully whoever you voted for worked. Local elections, so mayors, Congress people.
Boring.
The real politics.
I know, that's terrible. Go out and vote,
There's
folks. Go out and vote.
some big issues across the U.S. Is there anything in California? Nothing in California, nothing in New York that's a big issue. In Ohio, they're voting on abortion access as well as legalizing marijuana.
Go vote in Ohio.
Yeah,
Go
make sure you vote in
Ohioans.
Ohio in support of issue 2, but I don't know if the vote is yes or no because they try to change shit around so that just
so they try
read
to be
whatever the hell you vote for.
shiesty.
How about
Yeah.
that? Right? Like read
Vote
it.
pro
Don't just
weed.
vote yes or no. Like actually read what the option is.
Smart.
There's some stuff in Texas that I don't think any of it is that big of a deal. But I think, so one, go vote. Yeah. Make sure you do that.
Yeah.
I brought it up because, this also means we're 364 days away from voting for president.
Oh, Jesus.
And there was a recent poll that came out that I was just like, what the fuck, man? Where
Everyone's going to vote for Trump.
it's showing that Biden is trailing Trump in 5 of the 6 battleground states. Still early, but what I thought, what the fuck, is that Biden has apparently lost a lot of support amongst young people and non-white people. Yeah, that's right. Minorities, apparently. 70% of non-white voters under 45 has said that they would vote for Biden in 2020. However, this time only 49% of non-white voters are supposedly voting for Biden. And voters under 30 now favor him by just a single percentage point. So the people that you would have kind of leaned on the most, you would have thought that they'd still be support. Like, I just can't understand any of these young or non-white people that look at Trump and say, I'm going to go with that guy.
That's my guy.
People have such a short attention span and a short-term memory. Like, it baffled me back then, right? But and with certain people, we've had the conversation. With certain people, I understand that they completely ignore, your everyday reasons why you should not vote for Trump, right? Like, whether you argue the fact that he is whether he is racist or not, I mean, what is true is he noticed that there was a group of people that would solidify his presidency, and those group of people happen to be fucking racist, like extremely racist. And so that's giving people putting a battery pack on these people who used to hide that shit. Now they're out front, blah, 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 blah. I mean, again, we've talked about it for years. So when it comes to that, people just tend to forget. People don't care. They're looking at how expensive things are, right? And then you have the vocal people who are saying, well, that wouldn't have happened if Trump was in office. It's all Biden is the one that's doing all of this, right? And they just don't look it up to make sure that these things are true. What it is that have been fixed, or what have been fucked in the past. They just don't do that due diligence. And literally a lot of people are very vocal about Trump and, Biden, Sleepy Joe. He's, with this war going on, Trump wouldn't have done that, right? Completely ignoring the fact that when other countries were in trouble, he was golfing, right? Joe Biden can't go visit, these places, do what he has to do, come back and then relax on a beach, right? But Trump can go golfing every single fucking day.
Yeah, like 130 days out of the year, motherfucker.
Yeah, he can go golfing, and that's perfectly fine because he's not a politician and he's for the people. Fuck out of here, man. These people, they just don't think about that shit.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot to look back at, and they're only focusing on what's in front of them right now. And they're listening to these fucking people who are just saying, well, the economy wouldn't be as shit as it is if Trump, not even realizing that he laid the groundwork to make the shit shitty in the first fucking place. And Biden's trying to fix everything that has been going on, because that is the political rat race, man. That shit is the last person who was there 4 years ago did something, and it's not as easy as I'm in office now and I'm gonna fix it. No,
it takes years of undoing bullshit that previous presidents have done, and that goes for Trump, that goes for Obama, any of these presidents within the last 2 decades have fucked something up that is trying to get unfucked right now. So I won't pretend like, Obama was perfect. Everyone was perfect. Like, the president's job is to come in and do his best to unfuck what the previous presidents have fucked up. And that will never stop. That will keep going. I just hope that, within the next year that enough people can come to their senses to keep that fucking Cheeto bitch out of the White House, bro. Like, I don't know what else to do. There's only so much you can do as a person. Like, you'll drive yourself mad sitting back trying to freak out about every little thing that happens and every right-wing thing and MAGA thing that happens. Like, you'll go fucking crazy. You just have to hope that people come to their senses and, I don't know, just use their head. That's all I ask, is people use their fucking head when they vote and not some propaganda bullshit or, what they think. But what scares me is the videos of those people that are still to this day saying that Trump is president, and they have these weird conspiracy theories. Because, like, if they think that, then there's a lot of other people in those trailer parks.
Which I don't understand, because if Trump is still president, right? And these are people that are in his corner.
Don't try to understand it, son.
No, I'm not trying. I'm not saying that I'm trying to understand. I'm just stating the obvious here, right? Trump is still president. Okay. Yet, like, how can you claim that Trump is still president, but in the same sentence end up saying that all of the problems that are going on in America are because of Joe Biden? Like, where, like, there's no sense in that. Like, how do you do that?
And there's no rationality there.
No,
that's what fucking scares me, is there's no rationality there.
Yeah.
It's all blind hatred and stupidity.
I mean, I heard today that Obama's still pulling the strings behind Biden.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Trump is the real president.
Right.
Sure.
That makes 100%.
And then you get the people that only consume the content of the people that strictly agree with everything that they say and their own logic, right? They don't want to hear the opposing thought because all those people are clowns. They're fucking puppets. They're the enemy. So I'm not even gonna listen to what the fuck they gotta say. I'm only gonna listen to the fucking bullshit that the people who align themselves with my train of thought. Like, that's all I'm gonna consume. Yep. So when that's all you're taking in, right? You're not taking both sides of the both. You're not looking at both ends of the coin. You're just gonna believe everything. The Earth is flat when you try not to even think about, what the people who oppose the reasons why the Earth is round, right, or the reasons why the Earth is flat is incorrect. You're not even gonna look into that. So you're just gonna keep watching videos and listening to fucking people explain to you why they think that the Earth is flat, and it's all gonna make fucking sense to you because you are not taking in any other fucking information, even though you are 100% wrong. So why don't you just listen to both fucking sides, take what you get from what makes sense on both ends, and then come up with your own fucking train of thought. How about that?
That's too logical, bro.
No, but we can't do that. No.
Just use blind hatred and xenophobia to make your decision. That's
sure.
This is America.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Only consume the news from the people that are feeding you the same fucking bullshit that's keeping you in the same spot. Anyway,
right, Walk sounds upset.
No, I mean,
we gotta move on before he gets
that's
heated,
politics
son.
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up something else political that was kind of political, but yeah, I think I'll skip over that.
All right, it's time for some Hollywood. Definitely have to jump into some Hollywood. We have a few things. We got a bunch of things that actually has been going on. Disney confirmed that the Mandalorian movie is in fact going to be the culmination of the Star Wars TV show. So it's going to be it's going to bring together and the stories of Ahsoka, the Book of Boba Fett, obviously Mandalorian, and possibly Skeleton Crew. And it's going to tie all of those things together. So I don't know. I'm hyped.
Be a hell of a movie. Jesus Christ.
I mean, they're all kind of intertwined in a way, right? We haven't seen Skeleton Crew, so we don't really know what that has to do with. But Book of Boba Fett cross paths with Mandalorian. So did Ahsoka. Ahsoka was part of the Mandalorian first.
Yep.
So they all cross paths, and they're all like going into a specific direction. Especially with like Ahsoka, there's a bigger battle that's going to happen, but all of these paths are just gonna meet during this movie. It's not necessarily saying that all of those story arcs are going to
be tied up.
No, it's definitely
justice because they were all good in their own right. I don't want to see like Ahsoka get tied up in the last fucking 10 minutes of some movie or something.
This is definitely going to finish off the Mandalorian, but these characters are all going to show up, and they're all going to add to the story in one way or another. It may just end Book of Boba Fett, which that's okay.
We would be okay.
But Ahsoka seems like it still has more life in it. So,
is the Mandalorian movie the next thing coming out? Is that what they're saying? I didn't think that was for a while.
I'm not sure. I think there might be another season of Mandalorian.
I thought that was another
but I'm not
100%
sure.
Another season of Ahsoka.
Yeah, and also Dave Filoni is confirmed to direct this movie. So,
okay,
good for Dave Filoni fans.
Mm-hmm. Are you not?
Which is us. We are Dave Filoni fans. I'm not sure.
But I have seen a lot of hatred of the Dave Filoni universes online?
Mainly from people who
Scumbags.
I think probably, I don't know. I think he's been doing a great job with coming up with these story arcs. Star Wars fans are the fucking worst. You're gonna see they're gonna hate every fucking body who does a Star Wars movie, and then 10 years from now they'll praise it.
The ones that I've yes, I would agree with you. Star Wars fans are the worst.
They are.
A lot of the specifically, I don't like any of the Dave Filoni stuff that I've seen are coming from people that are not as fickle, but they just specifically don't like any of the Dave Filoni stuff. They don't like the expanded, takes on old legacy books that Dave Filoni just kind of rehashed into, canon or whatever.
These are the same people that think Obama is still puppeting the government. So that tracks. I get it.
Possibly, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, but
I haven't
these
seen a lot of
people
Filoni
hate the fucking movies anyway. They hate the fucking movies. They hate the shows because it's not, it's not these books, these legacy books that
these George Lucas fucking.
It's
purists.
not even George Lucas. It's these books that were made by random people.
Star Wars fans are gonna destroy us.
Oh, for sure.
Please
I don't give a fuck.
do. It means
I'm just saying that they fall in love with these books that they know are not canon, or have never been confirmed to be canon. And of course, he tries to cater to that group by bringing certain things in from that lore that has never been canon, and he tries to make it canon, and then they're mad because it's not exactly what it. And that's the story as old as time, when not as old as time, but as old as like film adaptations of books and shit. Like that's literally the argument in every single fucking thing when they take the stories from these books.
It's not word for word. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's not exactly what it, he was described in this way.
Right.
And he doesn't look like that.
He had a scar that was like 2 inches from his mouth on this side, and it wasn't there, so fuck Dave Filoni.
Yep. They said he had a small dick. They never showed it.
It was massive. They lied to us.
Only Rocco's dick is massive.
That's
he
true.
Says.
But to find this one tweet that I found, or that I had read from someone that I follow that I know is a Star Wars fanatic. I would say, older person, not so much caught up in a lot of the stuff that you're talking about, like the old legacy books. Just made some comments about maybe it was on Threads and not on Twitter.
I doubt
it. I know they post on Threads. So.
Oh, that's the guy.
The one person on Threads. I've actually been spending a good amount of time on Threads.
I've been
lately.
trying. I've really been trying. I want it to be a thing so bad, and it's not happening.
I've started to follow more people on Threads that are closer to my my Twitter follows, so that I can
I try to
become
engage
closer
on Threads just to give these creators a little bit of hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel on Threads, but
there's really just no the engagement is very
there's no
weak.
incentive. There's no incentive for these creators to do anything. Like, they're trying, I see it, but it's not happening.
Okay, yeah. Here's the post
Here we go.
on Thread where he said, Ahsoka season 1 was a terrible show. Bad writing, cheesy makeup, set design, paper thin characters I don't care about, and to top it off, a theme song and credit sequence that's clearly a Game of Thrones ripoff. Dave Filoni shouldn't even be allowed to write Star Wars fan fiction, let alone actual Star Wars material.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Again.
Don't agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either.
I don't agree either. But
So,
these are people that are not like stuck on legacy.
Sure.
Don't care about Clone Wars. Don't like the Clone Wars.
And in 10 years, they're gonna be sucking Dave Filoni's dick.
Maybe.
Aren't we all?
Same shit. No, I'm just saying because like that's what's happening with the prequels. The prequels. A lot of people, even though it made a ton of money, people were shitting on the prequels.
People stopped shitting on the prequels?
No, they still shit on. There's much shit on the prequels.
Much more. There are much more people that are vocally like praising Hayden Christensen when they first fucking demonized him and fucking hated everything that
Well, now they're fucking.
he did, and now they're fucking with him. It's like time passes on. A new group of people who grew up on that new content at the time are now older, and that's the Star Wars they fucking remember. And I don't know, man. People are just
that's an interesting thing what you said about the Hayden Christensen, because you do see a lot of people, super excited how he's, involved in the Book of Boba Fett I'm sorry, in the Obi-Wan series and in the Ahsoka series. But I don't know. There's maybe it's a nostalgia thing, because I don't see those people also like changing their minds, saying, actually episodes 2 and 3 were really great, or it's just episode 1 that was bad. I don't really see a ton of that. Although I have seen a little bit of a resurgence of people saying that, episode 3 is the best of the Star Wars films. Fight me. I've seen a little bit of that. But
episode 3 was pretty fucking dope.
Usually the Hayden Christensen love is more of like a redemption thing. Like, yeah, he blew when he did these, but now he's making it right. Like,
that's
Filoni
kind of how I'm feeling it.
That's for sure.
So, but anyways, regardless, like we started it off, Star Wars fans are a fickle group. I would never paint them all in one corner. But yeah, no, Star Wars fans.
They're always going to
Star Wars fans are like Republicans.
For the
you just
here you go right back to the fucking Republican.
You never fucking know. Some might make sense, others just sound like inbred hicks, and you got to deal with it.
Yeah, take the good with the bad.
Exactly.
Cool. Never
That's
surrender.
Why we're just casual over here.
All right, let's see. What else do I have here? Some stuff is coming out about Blade and like what set it back. Because obviously the movie has been through a number of different fucking, rewrites and reshoots and all kind of shit. They were saying that the story at one point, says the story at one point morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with life lessons. Blade was relegated to a fourth lead. It's just been.
You got Mahershala, and he's about to be the fourth lead
in the movie that's named after him. So it's like, what the fuck?
Imagine if they pulled that shit with Wesley Snipes.
No. See, but back then,
motherfuckers.
That's the difference. Back then, there was no standard for these movies, right? They just they take a reference, and it was like, let's make a dope ass fucking movie that has to do with this reference.
Yeah.
And no one really cared whether it like truly stuck to the source material, or anything like that. Probably a few people cared,
but no one paid attention to those people.
Right.
That's the thing.
No,
they
but
had no voice.
The nerd culture
they had no
outlet
voice.
like they do now to bitch about it.
Yeah,
you just had to eat it or shut the fuck up.
Right. So, but it has been confirmed now. It's been moved to 2025. The movie has been moved, and it is confirmed that it is a rated R movie. So,
yes.
So it's on the right
if it
path.
ever gets
I think.
Made.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marvel, at least from the things that we've heard as of late, they know that they've been fucking up. They've really been exposing a lot of background information and like how certain things went down and what they were thinking. They admitted that Shang-Chi. That's the next one I have here. That Shang-Chi and the Eternals were experiments for the MCU.
Yeah, filler.
So just like filler shit that they just wanted to try out a new type of thing to see if it would hit. And some of that is gonna. And I mean, I think we've discussed that too, right? A lot of people after the first 10 years. Fucking Endgame was just a really crazy fucking way to end that. And then how do we move forward from this culmination of the last 10 years without trying something new? It's insanity, the comparisons there. Mm-hmm. So they have to kind of rebuild and they got to know where they're going. Obviously they were focusing way too much. They were stretching themselves thin to where like the content wasn't hitting. It just wasn't good writing, and a lot of the material just kind of fell to the wayside, right? I don't know, where the fuck are the Eternals still? Where the fuck is Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
So but at least in recent within the last few months, they've been releasing a lot of information that kind of seems promising for the MCU. It's probably not going to be coming back as it was, but they're trying to do it. Now, another thing that was recently released, I don't even think I wrote this one down, so I'm going to be paraphrasing here, but they came out and they also said that, hey, a movie with the original Avengers cast is being considered. So is that a reach? Like for, is that them playing with the people thinking like, fuck, we really fucked up and we really don't have, we're not doing what we're supposed to do. So let's go with what works. Or is that just like, what, this is what they want. We're going to give it to them just as a one-time thing. And we're just going to keep doing things as we fix it. I think it sounds kind of desperate when they start thinking that, when they start saying that. I saw a tweet.
I've seen multiple tweets saying that Robert Downey Jr. said that he was going to come back and be Iron Man and play Iron Man again.
He's down.
And
he's down.
They got community noted saying that this is not a thing.
Bullshit.
It never happened. Nobody has heard anything from Robert Downey Jr. So I'm taking all of that with a huge grain of salt.
Huge grain of salt.
It was Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson coming back as Black Widow. None of that is confirmed. None of that is legit. I'm not running wild with any of that. Would I be mad at it? Probably not, if they could make it work.
I always thought that it's going to happen, but they're just like they're keeping it in the tuck for like a one-time thing.
Maybe like a cameo here or there or a flashback or something, but I don't see them going back like that on what I thought was canon. I mean, what we all thought was canon when we were watching that shit, like that would be tough to explain. But then again, with all the multiverse shit happening,
with multiverse shit, it's all possible.
Like I said, the comic book writers have the easiest fucking job in the world because anything can be done in a comic book and they could do the same thing.
That was in a
movies.
Different universe.
What was that?
This is like, just ignore everything we said because that was in a different universe.
724, it's completely different than everything else.
That still happened, but just not in this universe.
Right.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think if it is true, I think it's just it would be it would be out of desperation. It would feel like a money grab for me.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
And would they get my money? Probably.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
but that's beside the point. That's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah. All right. Last thing I have here, and then we could talk about things that we're fucking with. But Mission Impossible. We know that the latest Mission Impossible, not out of not for lack of action or entertainment, the movie bombed, mainly because of the strikes and everything that went along with that. At least I like to think so. Quest, you saw it. I still haven't seen it. Just
I thought it was because the
I saw it.
Barbenheimer thing came like 2 weeks later.
I thought it was a mixture of all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It got good reviews.
the
We're
strike
talking
do
like
to-
box office performance.
Yeah, box office performance.
Yeah.
It definitely like bombed in box office, didn't it?
It did not perform up to expectations.
But it wasn't like The
Expectation.
Flash. Like it
I
did.
don't think it
mean,
was as bad as The Flash,
did
but
decent.
I think there was definitely it missed the mark for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's evident because that's exactly what I was bringing up is that the fact that, I mean, for one, it's been delayed till 2025 and it's dropping the Dead Reckoning Part 2 title.
What?
It's being renamed.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
It actually
because
didn't do bad now that I look at it.
Did
567
you
million
read this
worldwide.
on Truth Social? Where is this information coming from?
Screen Rant, idiot.
Did Bill Burr
Talking
tell
about-
you this?
Let's see. It did 172 domestic, 395 international, 567 worldwide. Its opening was bad. It was only 54 million, but
Sure. That's what Flash only made like 55 million total or 50
think so,
million total.
yeah.
So like
something really
it's
bad.
still doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, $500 million is not
How can they
bad.
try? I mean, they have a whole second half of this shit. Like they need to finish it. How can you change the fucking?
Yeah,
I mean,
Titles.
it's still going
That's
to
wild.
finish
Crazy.
it. It's
They're
still going to finish
dropping
it, but for
part
whatever
2?
reason, they're dropping that fucking title. And so, I mean, I figured it was because it just didn't do well.
I didn't think it did that bad.
I don't think it did as good as they wanted it to. And
it did not.
What
They
does-
thought it was $1 billion movie.
Right,
Of course.
right. So it didn't do that great. So as far as like what their projections were, so yeah, so they're dropping the part 2 to set it apart from that movie, so that
But
it
then
doesn't.
how do you finish that story then? Like, because
It's
there,
still
there was
gonna-
a whole half of a fucking like.
It's not saying that that's not the second half of the movie. They're just not calling it Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's just fucking stupid. Why?
Is the
Still
name
listed
going to
as
change
that
the
in
experience?
IMDb.
Sure.
Where's-
I'm just
this
saying,
was-
is
this
it
was Screen
changed?
Rant too?
Is it going to change the experience of the movie if the movie is exactly the same, but it has another name and it's not, Dead Reckoning Part 2? Does it really change that for you?
That just doesn't make sense.
I mean,
I don't understand why.
yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do the story, just call it the fucking name.
That's my thought, is the fact that it didn't do well, or it didn't do what they projected. So they're just like, okay, well, it didn't do what we projected, so we're just gonna name it something else because people are gonna correlate this with the last one, and it may make things worse for us when we want this to be like. That's the only real, we want this to be its own standalone, not its own standalone movie, but we want this to shine just as bright, if not brighter than the last one. And we don't want the name to hinder that. That was my thought on that. Like,
Yeah,
it didn't do as great as we wanted
bad,
to.
but
So
it did not really surpass a lot of the more recent, let's say since 2010 movies.
right.
So like Ghost Protocol, about 700 million. Fallout, almost 800 million. Rogue Nation, almost 700 million. And we said this one almost did 600 million. I mean, even Mission Impossible 2 did the same amount, 546.
No,
which was fucking in the year 2000.
I was gonna say
crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a ridiculous amount of money on that one. But the I do remember Mission Impossible 2 having a ridiculous amount of hype behind it as well.
Yeah, they had fucking the Limp Bizkit song in there. It was going hard on MTV. That was a whole thing. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
that's where Ben Stiller did
disappointing, but not a flop or a bomb. Not so much to
not
like
enough
go
to
through
change
all
the second the
that
title
seems
of
kind
the
of
shit.
odd.
Like, oh, we don't want to be associated with, like, that seems outlandish to me and unnecessary. But I mean,
it is Paramount,
as long as they
so who the hell
finish the
knows?
story, I'm cool with it. I'll still fuck with it. These movies, each one has been fucking more than the next, and we've said that previously that these were.
I don't know how true it is, but I did hear. Did both of y'all see the movie yet?
Yeah, I did.
I have not.
Well, you know that it's the bad guy is an AI, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the bad guy's an AI.
Sure.
And apparently, I don't know how true this is, but when I read about it, it wasn't written in satire or anyone talking shit. It seemed to be just statistical or factual type reporting, where they said that watching that movie helped inform or drive Biden's decision to put the AI regulations into effect last week. So, you know, the potential dangers of what AI could possibly do is just another nail in the coffin for why he was trying to put out these AI regulations. And I thought that was just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, the guy is actually being puppeteered.
Maybe these trailer parks have the right idea after all.
The guy's just, hey, AI.
Your marionette impression was on point, bro.
Yeah.
Here, it's AI. Yeah.
Like the NSYNC video.
Be thankful you're listening to this podcast and not watching it.
Yeah. Don't tune into YouTube, but yes, tune into YouTube to watch that stupid shit. Anyway, I mean, I still have to. I've been dying to watch this movie. I just sitting down for a movie. I haven't even been able to sit down for shows as often as I used to. So sitting down for every single time I have a moment, I go, oh, I'm gonna pop this in. Wait, how long is it? Fuck.
It's almost 3 hours. Bro.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's like 2:45, bro.
Yeah.
It's a long.
I told you, I almost went and saw Killers of the Flower Moon because I had some time.
I
saw it was 3.5 hours, and I said,
Maybe not.
maybe not.
I am more than happy to wait till that shows up on Apple TV.
100%.
Yeah. Same.
Although it seems like it's Napoleon is going to come out in the theater, and Killers of the Flower Moon still won't be on Apple TV.
Nope. Y'all.
I'm not sure how I feel about
anything?
that. How y'all feel about Apple now dropping in theaters first? Their big budget movies.
It's whack. Don't do it.
I don't care.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not mad, but I feel like when Killers of the Flower Moon was first announced last year, we were like hyped.
We were hyped. We're like, yo,
Because
we're about
it was
going to
be on Apple TV
day
Plus.
one, Apple TV. Like,
We're like, yo, Apple be having the best movies. Yo, look, they got this big ass flick with Scorsese. And
I was never hyped
Leo.
because I knew that Scorsese won't do that shit. He wants his Oscar, and for the Oscar, it has to be in theater.
It does, but it doesn't have to, like the way that they did the Netflix one, The Irishman. I think it was only in theater for like 3 days before it showed up on Netflix.
That was a fucking trash ass Irishman.
It doesn't matter. It's still the same the premise that you just built is Scorsese wouldn't do that. Well, I'm telling you, he did. He did it with Netflix.
He obviously believes in this one more than he does The Irishman.
I guess maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe he didn't like the experience that he got with Netflix. I don't know.
That too.
But at that time, when we first heard about it, I was under the impression that it was going to be Apple TV release.
Yeah,
and
we all were.
I mean,
it's been out in theaters for like 3 weeks now already, and I haven't even heard about a release on Apple TV yet.
I mean, I don't feel any which way about it because I know that that's what they're heading towards. Not all of their content is going to end up on the streaming platform right away, especially those bigger things like a Martin Scorsese movie. I don't know. I just kind of assumed that the natural progression would be
by the way,
become an actual big film studio.
But by the way, remember you made a mention just a few minutes ago where you said Scorsese wouldn't do that because Scorsese wants his Oscar.
He does want his Oscar, yeah, so it has to hit theaters.
But it doesn't. They changed the rules. And
Did
if
they?
you remember, Coda won Best Film at the Oscars and didn't come out in the theater.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that.
So what? That's Apple just being a greedy bitch?
I don't know. It's
I think
someone. I don't even want to say greedy bitch. Someone wanting to. Maybe it's what Wak said. The people that are running the studios want to be a major studio.
Yeah.
And to be a major studio, you got to drop films in theaters. I don't know. Maybe that's what the reason behind it is. I have no idea. I haven't read anything behind it. I've just read some comments were like, and now Apple Studios executives have a major push towards releasing in theaters first.
Bad precedent.
Yeah, because I didn't realize Napoleon was going to be a theater release too, and it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that screams theater release too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks nice, but I don't know if that.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
if
theater
it's
for
gonna
that
hit.
bullshit.
Definitely not going to the theater for it.
Nah.
No. It might fuck, but yeah, I'm not.
I mean,
that's not,
Joaquin Phoenix, I fuck with him. He's
That's what I'm saying, but
He
that
brings it.
type of movie for me just doesn't make me want to. Like, I'll run to
Right.
the Marvels before I watch that.
yeah. That's whoa, really? You'd rather go see the Marvels than Napoleon?
The Napoleon?
Really? In
Yeah.
the theater?
Yeah. Yep. I'd much rather.
Nah, I'd rather go see Napoleon.
No, but you're also a Daniel Day-Lewis fucking fan. That screams.
Where the fuck is Daniel Day-Lewis? What the fuck are we even talking about?
No.
here?
I'm
He's
saying
trying to
that
say
you like his
dramatic movies over.
you like
action.
those type of dramatic movies,
I mean,
like those
you know I fuck
slow
with Marvel,
drawn.
though. I'm a comic book dude.
I feel you. My point is that you like those.
This feels
I don't know.
racist. This feels inherently
Daniel
racist,
Daniel
this
Day-Lewis
conversation. I'm not
movies
having
don't.
any of it.
Daniel Day-Lewis movies seem like for me they are like artsy, drawn out fucking dramas that are Oscar bait. And Napoleon,
You think this is what Joaquin
is it Oscar bait? I'm not gonna say that.
Your man Joaquin.
But it definitely seems like it's a long, drawn out fucking drama about Napoleon Bonaparte, and I'm not.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. You nailed
Yeah,
it.
I think
You
you
should be
nailed
a
it.
film
That's what it
critic,
is.
bro. You're on point, dog.
Yeah,
long drama
and that
about
does not
Napoleon
seem
Bonaparte.
fucking interesting to me, like in the slightest.
More than
So
the
I'm not.
Marvels,
I would
bro.
not.
don't give a fuck
I'd
about
watch it.
Kamala
So
Khan.
you.
I don't give a fuck about that either. But I'm saying I'm more than likely to go over that. I'm more
Okay.
than likely to go watch some bullshit.
Yeah, you never saw
action
Lincoln, right?
popcorn flick. What?
You
Let me
didn't
get
see
my
Lincoln,
fucking thought
right?
out real quick. Hold on. No. Fuck Lincoln.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm
that,
just
that
saying.
makes sense then.
Oppenheimer, your boy Nolan.
No, I didn't make it to the theater for that either.
No,
So
but
my
there was
point
at least
is,
interest there.
oh, you guys love fucking interrupting me. God damn it, yo. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna make it his thought out, son.
Nah, fuck it. My thought it's out already.
I'm pretty sure we heard your thought already.
Yeah, sure, okay.
You don't fuck with Daniel Day-Lewis drawn out dramatic historical movies. That's
None of it.
Wasn't that what you were saying?
Yes, but Dave was talking shit about whether I would like to go watch the Marvels, and my point is I would like to watch. I go to a movie theater to possibly like watch a popcorn flick or some shit like that. That's just visually entertaining. Those long drawn out dramas, yeah, I'm not gonna go to a theater for. Will I watch it on Apple TV Plus? Sure, I'm more inclined to do that. Same with Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm more inclined to do that. I'm not running to the theaters for 3.5 hours for a long drawn out drama. That's it.
It's fair.
And
I'm sorry, dog. I didn't mean to get you heated and shit. I'm just. I fucked with Joaquin Phoenix. I fucked with Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Just let me fucking at least get my thought out before you start fucking throwing other shit at me. I don't know. I just, it's just not my shit to go there.
I get it.
I do want to see Oppenheimer though. And if it's going back to theater, that is one I will make it a point to go see it this time around. I missed that opportunity. But I fuck with Chris Nolan.
I'll try, but no promises.
Yeah. I don't think that's happening, Johnny. It's all good.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
y'all
you're
both see
probably
it?
right. It
Johnny, you didn't see that? I thought you saw that.
No,
No.
I haven't.
I'm the only motherfucker here that saw it. We haven't even been able to really discuss it. Shit came out in fucking June.
July.
July, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been hoping that it would show up on fucking streaming soon, and now they're re-releasing in theaters, so it's probably not coming out in streaming for a minute.
And y'all have both seen Barbie.
On streaming.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it
No,
on
Dave,
streaming.
you went to the theater, didn't you?
No, I saw it.
Oh, I
Saw
thought
it
you
on
went to the
Plex.
theater.
Nah.
And Barbie was a badass fucking movie.
It was. It fucked.
I know, it looks terrible. Just fucking around.
That damn Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, him dressed as fucking, that shit looks, I don't know.
He's the wackest Barbie.
Not my type of movie.
Hair lip Barbie. Episode title.
Show title right there.
There you go. I had to give us something. We had nothing.
Yeah, and Lincoln looked boring as fuck. So no, I never seen that. Let's see. What are y'all fucking with?
If y'all don't say Invincible.
Invincible just started last Friday. And that shit was fire. Did you watch that, Johnny? Did you watch?
Yeah,
Did you guys watch Invincible?
I got a little more than halfway through the first episode.
Mm-hmm. That's a wild episode.
You get an excuse,
I was kind of confused.
I expect you to show up with a book report next week.
Yeah.
Sure.
With a
that and
bibliography
Gen
and
V.
everything. Chicago style. Whatever that bibliography style is. Yeah, Chicago.
Chicago style.
Chicago style bibliography, bitch.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm fucking with. Is Invincible. Is fire. I watched 2 recaps just to make sure I remembered what was going on, and
Nice.
the previously on that started it off. And it made me feel like, okay, yeah, that recap was worth it, because there's some stuff that wasn't covered in this. Yeah. And there's other stuff that I just would have lost context for that was covered in that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so far, I mean, 1 episode in, but so far it's fucking just like the first season.
Gen V just ended when
Gen V
Invincible
season finale
started.
that
Totally fucked. It's totally gonna lead dopely into the next season of The Boys.
Yep.
Motherfuck. Just all around
Yeah.
tightness for like the anti-Marvel comic book movie universe. I mean, Amazon's just been bringing it. So yeah, the Gen V and then the Invincible just starting up. That's what I've been fucking with.
Yeah. And Loki's got 1 episode left.
Yeah, 1 episode.
Can't wait for that.
Fucking
Can't wait for that. I am currently fucking with Invasion on Apple TV Plus.
Season 2, or it's just starting over?
No, I had to go to season 1. I think I explained to you guys, I thought I started the first season. Apparently I had got like a quarter of the way of the first episode, got it confused with the different alien show I was watching at the time. So I had a whole different thought in my mind of what this show was.
That's hilarious.
And as I saw it, as I was watching it, I'm like, none of this seems familiar to me.
You're like, wait.
So now, So now I'm making it through the first season so that I can jump into the second season, because that has recently started. So
yeah.
And I have to finish Gen V, and so I got
started Invincible. You didn't watch it, or you watched part of it?
I didn't finish. I didn't finish the episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's a decently long episode too. I don't remember how long the episodes were in the first season, but that was this wasn't it?
It was
like
over 30
minutes, 49 minutes.
yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. It was a good size episode. So yeah, I made it like a quarter of the way. Probably a little bit more. It was more like halfway. And I forgot why I had to stop. But
it's a little confusing, honestly. When I first started, I was like, "What the wait? Oh!" And then I sort of it clicked after.
Yeah,
a little bit, but yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Do you guys have anything to add to this stellar conversation?
No.
I'll miss you guys next week.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you're not
right.
going to be
Johnny
here, no
won't be.
Johnny, next week?
Nope.
It's all good. We'll hold it down.
You know
At
it.
least the crew knows now, or the listeners, the casual nerds out there.
Ah,
Hey.
you casual nerds.
Guys, thank you for tuning into this episode of the podcast. If you made it this far, that means you fuck with us, so we fuck with you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening, where you are watching. Subscribe, do all of the things. Please let us know how much you like the episode. If you are not following us on socials, please do so. DM us with your questions or just shoot the shit. Send us some funny shit. A lot of people send me just memes, and I love that. But other than that, guys, we'll catch you next week. Peace.
InsensitiveMerch.com.
Oh my God, it's infinite merch. Why don't you cut the music out? I'm supposed to keep going.
Oh my God, insensitive merch.
Oh my God, it's infinite merch.